You can't lift the grocery bags like you used to. Getting up from a low chair requires using your hands to push off. Your arms and legs look thinner every year, and you're told to eat more protein, eat more meat, but nothing seems to stop the muscle loss. You're terrified of becoming completely dependent on others. But here's what almost nobody talks about. There's one specific seed that may build muscle faster than meat, especially after age 70. I'm talking about hemp seeds. And before you click away thinking this sounds too simple, I need you to hear the science behind why 3 tablespoons daily might save your independence. I'm Dr. Serena Serrati, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why these tiny seeds outperform steak for aging muscles, the exact protocol to start tomorrow, and what realistic strength gains you can expect in 8 weeks. But first, you need to understand what's happening inside your body right now. After 70, your muscles develop anabolic resistance. This means they become deaf to protein signals. Think of it like a radio with weak reception. Regular protein is a quiet broadcast your muscles barely hear, but the right protein source turns up the volume so they finally respond. And here's what most doctors won't tell you about why meat stops working. You're losing 8% of your muscle mass per decade after 70. That's 40% gone by age 90 if you do nothing. This isn't about vanity. This is about whether you can rise from the toilet without help, lift your suitcase, play with grandchildren and get back up, or maintain independence versus losing it entirely. But the problem goes deeper. Chronic inflammation increases with age and actively blocks muscle protein synthesis. Your digestion weakens so stomach acid and enzymes that break down meat decline, meaning you absorb maybe 60% of that steak's protein instead of 90% like at age 40. You're working harder for less benefit, and nobody's explaining why. And there's more. Insulin sensitivity drops, so less protein gets shuttled into muscle cells. Your kidneys function at 70 or 80% capacity, making meat protein harder to process. This creates a perfect storm where eating more chicken or beef doesn't deliver results. You feel heavy and uncomfortable, and your muscles still aren't building. This is where hemp seeds change everything. Let me be clear about what these are because there's confusion. Hemp seeds are small, nutty-tasting seeds from the hemp plant, completely legal with 0 THC. You won't get high, you won't fail drug tests. This is pure nutrition that's been eaten for thousands of years but overshadowed by meat and dismissed as hippie food. The science tells a very different story. 3 tablespoons provide 10 grams of complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, putting them equal to meat, eggs, and dairy for protein quality. But here's where it gets interesting, and this is what your doctor probably doesn't know. Hemp seeds are 90 to 95% digestible versus beef at 80 to 85%. And when digestion is compromised after 70, this difference is enormous. More protein gets absorbed and used. You're getting better return on investment. But the real magic is the anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats in ideal 3-to-1 ratio that actively reduce the chronic inflammation blocking muscle building, while saturated fats in meat can worsen inflammation. You're not just eating protein, you're eating protein wrapped in inflammation-fighting compounds. Hemp seeds provide magnesium for muscle contraction, iron for oxygen delivery, zinc for tissue repair. They're alkaline-forming, not acidic, so they don't pull calcium from bones like meat metabolism does. And after 70, you cannot afford bone loss. They protect muscle and bone simultaneously. And here's the key that triggers everything. Hemp seeds contain adequate leucine, the amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. It's the ignition key starting the muscle-building engine. Combined with superior digestibility and anti-inflammatory properties, you're getting a protein signal that's louder and clearer than meat for aging muscles. And research backs this up in ways that surprised even me. Studies on plant-based proteins in elderly populations show that seed proteins, especially hemp, chia, and pumpkin, combined with resistance exercise, produce similar or better muscle outcomes versus meat-heavy diets. The key is digestibility and inflammation reduction. Your muscles can use protein when it arrives in gentle digestible form without inflammatory burden, and this matters more after 70 than total protein quantity. Hemp seeds are gentle on kidneys, create no heavy stomach feeling, won't cause constipation like red meat, easy to chew with no tough texture. 1 pound costs $8 to $12, providing 15 servings at 3 tablespoons each. That's 50 to 80 cents per serving, delivering 10 grams of quality protein. Compare that to meat at $3 to $5 per serving, and you're saving money while getting superior nutrition. Now, I'm not saying eliminate all meat. If you digest it well, keep some in your diet. But for most seniors over 70, meat becomes problematic, harder to chew and digest, worsens inflammation, expensive, causes discomfort. Hemp seeds become your daily foundation, your reliable protein you know will be absorbed, while meat becomes occasional rather than your primary source. Here's exactly how to use hemp seeds starting tomorrow, and this part is critical, so pay attention. Every morning, sprinkle 2 tablespoons on oatmeal or Greek yogurt with berries. The carbs trigger insulin, which shuttles protein into muscles. This takes 60 seconds and tastes mildly nutty, almost buttery. Most people love it. After any physical activity, even walking or resistance exercises, have 1 more tablespoon within 1 to 2 hours. Mix into cottage cheese, blend into banana smoothie, stir into soup. Your muscles are hungry and receptive after movement. Feed them then. If you prefer all 3 tablespoons at once, do it at breakfast or mid-morning, never evening, because protein synthesis is more active earlier in day-following circadian rhythms. Start with 1 tablespoon for a few days if trying first time to let digestion adjust, then increase to 3. They blend into almost anything: applesauce, tuna salad, toast with avocado. Find what works and make it daily habit. Store in refrigerator after opening because omega fats go rancid at room temperature. Buy at grocery stores in health food section or bulk bins for $8 to $12 per pound, lasting 2 weeks. Your daily target is 3 tablespoons minimum, up to 5 if replacing other protein sources. But 3 is foundation. 3 tablespoons every single day paired with what I'm about to tell you next. And this is where most people fail, so listen carefully. Hemp seeds alone won't build muscle. You need mechanical stimulus. Your muscles must be challenged to grow, and this is non-negotiable. Nutrition provides building blocks, but movement provides the signal to build. Let me teach you the simplest exercises anyone can do with just a chair and wall. Chair stands. Sit in sturdy chair, feet flat, cross arms over chest. Stand without using hands if possible. Sit back down with control. That's 1 rep. Do 10, rest 1 minute, do another 10. 3 times per week. This single exercise works quadriceps, glutes, and core, keeping you mobile and independent. Wall push-ups. Stand arms length from wall, hands at shoulder width and height. Lean toward wall, bending elbows, push back. Do 10 to 15, rest, repeat. 3 times weekly. This strengthens chest, shoulders, arms, helping you push up from bed or lift objects. Holding objects. Hold water bottles at sides. Lift arms straight out to sides until parallel with floor. Lower slowly. 10 times. This strengthens shoulders and upper back, protecting balance and posture. Any movement making muscles work against resistance counts. Even lifting milk repeatedly or pulling heavy doors slowly. The key is progressive challenge. Do these 2 to 3 times weekly, not daily, because muscles need rest to repair. Monday, Wednesday, Friday works well. Pick days and stick to them. Combine with daily hemp seeds and your body will respond. But you need realistic expectations so you don't quit early. Within 2 weeks of 3 tablespoons daily plus resistance movement 2 to 3 times weekly, you may feel slightly stronger or have more energy. This is real. Within 4 weeks, getting up from chairs feels easier. You carry heavier items, balance steadies. These functional improvements matter for daily life, and they're just the beginning. Within 6 to 8 weeks, clothes fit differently as muscle tone improves, arms feel firmer, thighs look less thin, grip strength improves measurably. You can open that tight jar. Within 3 months, visible differences appear. Chair stands are faster, walking feels powerful, you carry groceries that felt too heavy. Balance is noticeably better. This isn't bodybuilding, it's functional strength protecting independence. Consistency is everything. 3 tablespoons daily. Resistance movement 2 to 3 times weekly. 8 to 12 weeks minimum. 1 week won't do it. 2 to 3 months of consistent practice shows unmistakable improvement, and here's where people sabotage themselves. First mistake: eating hemp seeds without resistance movement expecting muscle to appear. It won't. You need both nutrition and mechanical load. Second mistake, eating all hemp seeds at night when digestion slows and protein synthesis is less active. Eat them morning and post-movement when your body is primed. Third mistake, expecting dramatic results in 2 weeks and quitting. Real muscle change takes 6 to 8 weeks minimum. Fourth mistake, abandoning all other protein sources. Hemp seeds are foundation, but eat fish, eggs, yogurt, beans for variety. Fifth mistake, buying hemp protein powder instead of whole seeds. Powder lacks the beneficial fats and minerals. Buy actual seeds. Important safety information. If you have kidney disease, talk to your doctor before increasing protein significantly. If you take blood thinners, hemp seeds contain omega-3s with mild blood thinning effects. Usually safe, but discuss with your clinician. If you're on protein-restricted diet, get clearance first. Hemp seeds contain 0 THC, no psychoactive effects whatsoever, just nutrition. For most seniors, hemp seeds are extraordinarily safe. But any significant dietary change at 70+ warrants discussion with your healthcare provider, especially with multiple medications or complex conditions. When in doubt, ask your doctor. But know this is one of the safest, most beneficial foods you can add. Let me address cost because it matters. If hemp seeds are too expensive, use pumpkin seeds, which provide good protein, though slightly less complete amino acids. They're cheaper and everywhere. If you have seed allergies, focus on salmon or Greek yogurt, which are digestible and anti-inflammatory. If limited mobility prevents exercise, even seated arm lifts or leg extensions count as resistance stimulus. Do something. Movement at any level beats nothing. Here's how to track progress over 8 weeks so you see real change. Week 1 baseline. Time yourself standing from chair 5 times without hands if possible. Try opening tight jar and rate difficulty 1 to 5. Note how clothes fit on upper arms. Hold gallon of milk and see how long before arm tires. Write it all down. Each week, repeat these tests. Track daily hemp seed intake with calendar check marks. Track resistance exercise days, 2 to 3 weekly checked off. By week 8, compare everything. Most see faster chair stands, easier jar opening, firmer arms, easier object holding. These are real measurable changes proving muscles are responding. Share your progress in comments. Write week 1 baseline, then week 8 results. When others see week 1 chair stands 25 seconds, week 8 18 seconds, you inspire them to start. You build proof this works for real people, not just theory. Let me summarize because I want this crystal clear. Hemp seeds provide 10 grams complete protein per 3 tablespoons, 90 to 95% digestible, which is superior to meat for aging digestion, anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats that reduce inflammation, blocking muscle building, alkaline forming, protecting bones, gentle on kidneys, 50 to 80 cents per serving versus $3 to $5 for meat. This is smarter nutrition for aging bodies. Eat 3 tablespoons daily earlier in day, especially morning and post-movement. Pair with simple resistance exercises like chair stands, wall push-ups, holding light objects 2 to 3 times weekly. Your muscles receive both nutritional building blocks and mechanical signal they need to build. Within 6 to 8 weeks, most notice easier chair rising, improved grip, better balance, firmer tone, increased functional strength. Muscle loss after 70 is not inevitable destiny. It's partly reversible with right nutrition and stimulus. Sarcopenia can be slowed and sometimes reversed. You can get stronger at 75, at 83, at any age. You can push back against frailty and dependence, but only if you take action today, not someday. Start with hemp seeds tomorrow morning on your oatmeal. Do 10 chair stands tomorrow afternoon. Track for 8 weeks. You will see change if you're consistent, because your muscles haven't given up on you. They're waiting for the right signal. Hemp seeds provide that signal in the form your aging body can actually use. Simple resistance movement amplifies that signal. Together, they create change that protects what matters most: your independence, your ability to live on your own terms, your dignity, your strength. This isn't theory. This is practical science you can implement immediately with grocery store ingredients and your living room furniture. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Dr. Serena Serrati Senior Health for more practical solutions that actually work in real life. I'm here to give you tools that protect your independence, not theories that sound good but fail. This is educational content, only not medical advice. Consult your healthcare provider before significant dietary changes, especially with kidney concerns or medications. But know this: you are not powerless against muscle loss. You are not destined to become weak and dependent. Hemp seeds are real tools with real science behind them. Use them. Track your progress. Stay consistent for 8 weeks. Your strength will thank you. Your independence will thank you. Your future self will thank you. Build that muscle starting right now, because you deserve to stay strong and independent for years to come.